What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Lucas Live. Excited to be here with all of you guys this morning. I have two great guests in the building, one at a time. We're going to start with the wonderful Miss Shaheedrah Strong is going to talk to us this morning about the Strong Family Wellness Weekend. So many things going on with that. It's going to be a great morning. It's going to be a great weekend. It's already kicked off. If you haven't got your tickets to some things, there's some things you can't get tickets to, but there are some things you guys can still attend. So we will talk about those things today, and we want you guys to come out and support. We often say there's not enough going on in this city, and this is something going on in this city today, this weekend. It is going to be fun. If you've never participated in any of these things, pay attention, take a look. And if there's something that you can't go to this year, don't miss out next year. Don't wait and say, well, I just don't think it's something I can be a part of. Get involved. And then get involved with Strong Family Wellness throughout the year as different things are going on, or get involved with Extreme Step. There's so many things that you guys can get involved with. And most importantly, let's start thinking about our health. All right, that's what we're going to talk about today. Our second guest is Rob Thompson, aka Saxy Rob. Most people know him as Saxy Rob. We're going to talk to him today about music, but we're also going to talk to him about community, building things. He's really deep down an engineer at heart. The more I spend time with him, the more I realize he really does like to build things. He likes to solve problems. Like, I had a problem where the sunlight that comes through my big, beautiful doors here is a little intense on us in the morning, and he rigged us up some type of curtain. Now, if you're outside of Centennial Plaza and you look up, you're going to say that's a blanket, but no, it's not. It is a quality curtain that was handcrafted and built for this. Okay, so I'm super excited to talk to him. He's also family to me, and we're going to have a great conversation today. But I can't take long kicking this thing off. If you guys are watching live or by replay, let us know in the comments. Our live viewers, I know it takes you a minute to get in, but we got to get this thing started. Again, to our replay viewers, type replay in the chat. Let us know you're here. Let us know you're watching the replay. We greatly appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to jump right in with our first guest, my good friend and yours, Miss Shaheedrah Strong. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm much better now. Thank you
Much
for
better now?
having me.
You're
Appreciate it.
welcome. You're welcome.
I just want to shout out Danny for the zero sugar cookie through and the stevia monk fruit. Not that I drink it on a regular, but it is not bad. So we may be starting something.
Shout out to Daddy for that,
Shout
because
out
you
Danny.
knew when you
I
came to the
knew.
studio, he was like,
I knew.
yeah, nobody else is using monk fruit and whatnot. No, maybe my wife uses monk fruit. She uses only monk fruit sweetener. That's
That
it.
needs to be another
That's it. That's all she uses. She's a monk fruit girl. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I make her
She's
tea.
always so glowy. She always looks so good. She
She's
just walked right out of a print.
She
It just looks
does.
like she
She
walked out
wakes
of a
up
print.
like that.
I know she
She
does.
does.
I
She
know
wakes
she
up and
does.
glows.
She knows that we love her for
She
that.
wakes up and goes. I'll tell you that. She is building something really amazing.
I am undone at just her drive.
Yeah.
As a woman, she's so
Hmm.
inspirational just with how she's very sure of where her talents fall, and
Yeah.
then she's very sure of how to make them successful. And I love that about her. I'm sure, it goes unspoken sometimes with
Yeah.
people that you never really know when people are watching you, but
Yes.
they really are
Yeah.
watching you. They're watching how you shift and how you move with
Yeah.
different changes in your life. And I think that's so beautiful for her.
And you've been around us for a long
I
time,
know.
and she's just a very driven person. Always was. And as she's continued to find her niche and find her thing, she's going to work circles around people. She's just so hardworking. She just is dedicated, and like, she'll talk to her business coach, say, and she's going to go back and do what they say do. A lot of people, it's like, they're like, if you do A, B, and C, it'll work, and they're like, yeah, I don't got time. She's
Right.
like, I got to make time to
Yeah.
do the things to not only work in my business but work on my business. And shout out to her, she's killing it.
Yeah. Shout out to Shane.
And you and your husband are the masterminds behind the Strong Family Wellness Weekend. For people out there who may not know, tell us just let's start with an overview of what the organization is,
Absolutely.
and then a little peek into this weekend, and then we'll break it down a little bit.
Absolutely. So we started Strong Family Wellness about 4 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and we started it because Sean is an extreme hip hop step coach,
Mm-hmm.
and when he started coaching about almost 5 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
we were in the middle of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Once the gyms opened back up, we went into the gyms, and the fitness community that started coming to his classes and just trying it because they didn't have a step class in Canton like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they became like family to us. And then we all
Wow.
started trying to go on these journeys to get a little bit better together.
Mm-hmm.
And we started sharing resources. So there was a small, I'm pretty sure it's like it's probably still in his like extreme hip hop with Sean like step group.
Uh-huh.
You know, there's a Word document that just has a list of all the places we could go for stuff during what we called our 30-day body resets.
Okay.
And when we really started to look at what that compiled, we wanted to have a
Mm-hmm.
larger step class.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, it would be cool if we could just bring in, some of these resources. People who
Mm-hmm.
sell like healthier juices and healthier foods, stuff that doesn't make you feel like you're starving yourself.
Right, right.
Or
Like you're suffering.
right,
Right.
right. Now you're in a drought.
Right. I
You
hate
decided to change
this.
your life.
Right. What was I thinking? Whose idea was this?
Why?
Why? Right. Why would I do
And
it?
then you're like 2 steps from McDonald's and it's over.
Yeah, it's over. Right. You're like, I'm back to it. They made some.
It's back.
Right.
I'm done.
I was just waiting on that McRib to come back. It's over. It's over. Right.
So we decided like, oh, let's do that.
Hmm.
Bring in some people. I was working in healthcare at the time before I
Hmm.
made that transition to insurance, and
I
I love
didn't know that. Real quick,
yeah.
you worked in healthcare.
I did facilities and operations in healthcare. So
I could see you
I
doing that.
yeah, I worked with a lot of cool people. I always like to tell people anytime you walked into any of those healthcare facilities and turn the lights on, the computer, whatever,
Yeah.
that was all me. Call me if you need something. So
Interesting.
looking at how to be resourceful in that way,
Hmm.
we decided as the people kept coming to the classes, we were like, man, we should get some community
Hmm.
people involved. Let's look at some different community organizations. And I thought it was a good idea because I'm like, sometimes people just don't know what they have.
Right.
And that honestly stemmed from being new to the Canton community. When I came
Mm.
here, I was new to the Canton community and I
Right.
started working at Life Care, Family Health and Dental Center, and
Hmm.
learning the background on Life Care and it being one of the first free community clinics here in Canton. It
Hmm.
was so amazing that people could just come and get their health care then.
Hmm.
And looking at how it transitioned to what it is now. And
No, hold
I,
on just a second. Shout
yeah.
out to Rochelle. She just helped me
Hey,
realize
girl.
your mic was turned down. Thank
What?
you, Rochelle.
Can you hear
Thank
me
you.
now?
She sounds a little unbalanced. Yeah, it was a lot
Thank
unbalanced.
you.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Rochelle. We
Turn me
appreciate
up.
you.
Turn me up. Turn me
Turn
up.
her up.
Thank
We'll
you.
have to make her re-explain. What's
I'm
up?
not doing it again.
I
I'm
know,
just
right,
kidding.
right. I won't. Good morning, Zanita. Good morning, everybody. That's on
Good
me.
morning,
The
Z.
mic, we did the mic check. I turned it down. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what happened. Better. Thank you. Good.
Did you turn
Okay.
me up?
I turned you up in the
Okay, thank
headphones.
you.
So I'm sorry, but real quick, for those of you might have heard it a little bit,
Yeah.
just a little again. So you were saying you guys started. Sean started doing extreme hip hop step. You
Yeah.
started doing the resets.
Yeah, we started doing the resets, pulling in all the resources. And that's kind of how the wellness fair came to be
Mhm.
because we just figured people sometimes need resources when they're trying to make their life better.
Mhm.
And then we looked at the different ways to make your life better. So, physically, obviously, you want to be able to be in the best shape you can.
Mhm.
And that looks different in every stage of your life. And that's kind of what we started to learn. Like when our kids were younger, we were not putting ourselves at a priority space. We were
Mhm.
only putting our kids there.
Right.
And when Sean went on his health journey, that's when we realized like sometimes you really do have to put yourself first. And you have to be with a partner that will say, if
Yeah.
this is what you need right now
Yeah.
to live, let's
Mhm.
do that.
Yeah.
It's not superficial, it's not materialistic, but if you need to take the time, take the
Yeah.
time. I think it's Brene Brown that always talks about like that 80-20 rule
Oh,
in
Brene
marriage.
Brown.
I love Brene Brown too.
Yes.
Um, and that's really true, but that's also in partnership and in life,
Mhm.
where there's 80, sometimes there's just 20 and then it changes.
Mhm.
And with us, with the wellness fair, we just want to make sure people have a good balance of that in their physical life, but also in their mental health space. So partnering with our mental health partners at NAMI Stark County to make sure that people understand how they're feeling, what they're feeling, but to do that as a family so
Yeah.
everybody feels seen. And then the same with spiritual enrichment, making sure that families can grow closer to Christ. We're a faith-based organization
Yeah.
and we're unapologetic about
I
that
love
because
that.
we believe that as you grow closer to the Lord as a family,
Yeah.
it produces generations that are now just being able to share the gospel. It's
Love
really
that.
simple, but it's so important.
I love that. I love that. I
Yeah.
love that. One of the things as you talk about that, I just to stop there for just a second is the faith based aspect of it. You said it, or a lot of the doctors said it yesterday at the health symposium, and I was kind of surprised to be honest because
Wow.
so often you hear doctors talking purely science. And I don't think science combats God. I think science is trying to catch up and figure out who God
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
It's like, there's so much order. We can track it and find it and measure it and
Yeah.
say, oh, that's what that is and that's what that is. But several of them said that, and I was impressed and happy to hear that. And they talked about that from the mental health side to all aspects of it. So talk to us when we talk about wellness, because there are people out there who look at it and say, spirit is spirit, physical is physical.
Mhm.
Like, just be healthier physically and be healthier spiritually as two separate pieces. Talk
Yeah.
to me about why you think those things play together.
They come together because they make up the whole person.
Yeah.
And when we look at the whole person, as we like to call it in the Bible, the whole man,
Yeah.
and that's not gender related, but it's
Yeah.
more just the whole person in its totality. When
Mhm.
you look at that, every piece and part of you plays a role in that whole person.
Right.
And you can think for so long, oh, I can just think my way to being better. Yeah, but if you don't actually physically do something to be better,
Right.
thinking your way there is going to
Exactly.
leave you stagnant.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, if you don't place your hope and your belief somewhere, after you're done thinking better, maybe moving to do something better, life is going to happen. And then what are you anchored to keep you going?
Ooh.
When life comes to disrupt those things, that's why they all play together, because we can't control what happens in our lives
Right.
to us. We can't. But what we can control is the way that we choose to go about responding to those things. And we can respond physically. Okay, am I putting myself in the best position for things mentally? Am I thinking on things that are good for me?
Yeah.
I'm not going to deny what's happening that's bad to me. I'll honor those feelings, move forward through them, get some resources to deal with them. But then spiritually, where's my hope? Where's my belief at?
Yeah.
Because if I have nothing there,
Yeah.
eventually the other two will kind of fade.
So good. So
yeah,
good.
it's exciting. It's good stuff.
I
It
love
is.
that. I love that anchor piece, because think about this as wellness, right? Physical wellness is one of the biggest battles most of us have our entire lives.
Yeah.
Up and down and round and aging. And I never even heard of something called perimenopause. I'm hearing women are going through I heard menopause.
Don't do them like that.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I'm there yet.
Uh-huh.
But I
Maybe.
mean, I don't know some of the stuff. But I will say, physically, what you put in your body makes a big difference in how things show up.
Yeah.
Thank you to all my friends that are like, hey, if you keep putting this in your body too long, you're going to start seeing the side effects of certain things.
Yeah.
What's grown out of the earth can definitely help subside some of that. You don't always need, some type of pharmaceutical to deal with those things. So I think it is true that it be happening.
There's stuff. So what happens is we're battling wellness and health. You're a kid, eat whatever, which unfortunately often leads to bad habits. One of the doctors yesterday, Dr. Suffolk, I think I'm saying his name right, at the health symposium, he was talking about, like, if there's Skittles in my house, I'm eating Skittles. I just got to eat Skittles, right? Like,
man, where was I for that? I must have been checking people in.
It was so good. It was so good. He's like, I'm eating Skittles. So when we're kids, a lot of times we're giving our kids candy, maybe not all the time, but enough. And then, they do something good. We give them some more candy or give them another treat, another sweet treat. So you learn that these these things that you like are a reward for doing good. Then when we get older, we be like, I'm doing good every day. We feel like that, like, I'm always
Who's
good.
winning? I'm winning.
I'm winning. Like, I go to work, I do work hard, I run a business, I do whatever. And so we want to reward ourselves,
Absolutely.
right? So it can be
Absolutely.
challenging. Now, what you guys have brought, let's talk a little bit about the weekend as it has already arrived. One, I want to talk first, just there's people coming from all over. I don't think people know about that. So tell us a little bit about the people coming from all over, and then let's kind of walk through what the weekend looks like.
Absolutely. So our Strong Family Wellness Weekend is what we've determined. We will bring everything together and in one place. So a wellness fair with lots and lots of resources and free fitness demonstrations so that folks can see different things in our city. So the Extreme Hip Hop Step Program, there are instructors in our city. Shout out to one of our favorite instructors, Summer Oni. She is awesome. She has classes here. We've got folks in Akron and in Cleveland. So depending on where you want to go, you can come, you can stay local, you can go a little further, or you can go far out if you want to. Brand, though.
Those people are continuously doing classes.
They have continual Extreme Hip Hop Step classes.
Yes.
So you can go visit one of those classes at any time. Okay. And then we also have free fitness demonstrations from local instructors that are here that also offer different programs, because everyone may not feel or drawn to step.
Mhm.
But I will say the step community has a different feeling.
Yeah.
It really does. When everyone comes together with just one intention to not only just have a good time, but to put their bodies in a constant movement place and to have fun doing it, you're drawn to it.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie. Once you see it, you're like, yeah, I might want to do that. And what I love about what we're able to expose people to with this weekend is folks that come from all over. So 30 some odd different states, one or two different countries. When you see that, you see yourself in someone that you don't see every day.
Mm.
And that's what I love. So I'm always encouraging those coaches that come in and they bring their class. Some of them bring people that, step with them on a regular with them too. So this is not a weekend just for like extreme hip hop coaches. It's for everybody.
Right.
Kids, whoever, like bring your kids. Our kids, you don't step as much as they used to because now they're like, okay.
We're cool. We're too cool.
Yeah, we're too cool. Like now we know,
We've been here, done that. Yes.
Good job, guys.
Yes,
But kids, it's great for kids as well. And you, like I said, you get to see somebody that you can resonate with, that might look like you, that may have the same body shape as you. And that's why this year for our wellness fair, we decided to go with a theme of everybody, every journey, and everyone, because every body, physically body type, and every person has a place. And then every person, every body physically has a journey.
Yes.
It doesn't all look the same. We are not all made the same.
Right.
Because somebody's discipline to put down brownies probably is way better than mine.
Right.
It is probably way better than mine. I'm not even gonna lie about it.
Keep
Just keep the brownies and the Popeyes over there, and I'm okay.
Popeyes and brownies.
Don't get me started.
Popeyes chicken. It's a good thing we don't have one closer, isn't it?
Man.
As much as I want one in Canton, thank God
I don't want it either. I don't want one. We don't need it. No, me and my this body and this journey.
This journey
does not mean it.
Popeyes is not for me.
Yes, everyone. So we just want to make sure that each person knows that, like, when you come to these different things, and you can spectate, all the classes are sold out. However, if you come and you're like, man, I really do like that.
Really?
You can get connected to somebody from a different city, from here. There's so many good connections that get made. And that's another really big portion of this weekend is showing people what the power of true connection looks like, even when it's not always organic or local. It could be someone that you meet from Texas that you're like, oh man, I really like this person. They encouraged me. And now we start that connection that builds us all now in this new, very much so viral age. And I think it's awesome. It's so much fun.
I love that. I never thought about that, spectating and getting a peek in on it. And I know some people, somebody said it to me yesterday. Oh, I want to go to the step. And I was like, I think it's sold out. I'm pretty sure it's sold out. It sells out pretty quick.
Yeah, it does.
When does it sell out? Like, how fast does that go? Like,
okay, so typically we drop the tickets in November. So in November, and we're usually, if not by December, we're usually sold out by like January or February.
Canton people do not act that fast. But I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you at all. I can't be mad at you. You're not wrong for planning. It's so funny because I was thinking that somebody said that, and I was trying to think like, well, when would they have had the chance to get their tickets? Like, I'm like, maybe it was probably January, maybe February. They probably missed it. November sounds early, but when you're inviting people from around the world, you got to give them time to plan.
You give them time to plan to get here.
Yeah.
And they keep coming. And I'm so grateful for that, because I think every time they come and every year we have this, someone else gets reached. And that's all that I can think about is like, even if it's just one person, even if it's just one person that's like, I got a little bit of hope seeing you, you encourage me just a smidge, I'm okay with that. Or if they got one resource at the wellness fair that's like, oh, I didn't even know this organization existed in Canton. Good. I'm glad.
Yes.
Like, I'm so glad that they showed up for you today and you got what you needed, because that's all that really matters.
And let's talk about that, the wellness fair, because that's something that everyone can.
Everybody
should come to.
Absolutely.
I shout out to Nami, Stark County. I saw Molly in the comments.
Nami, Stark County, and My Sister's Oil.
Love that. Yes. My Sister's Oil.
Yeah, they have been our partners since year number 2, and I cannot be more grateful for them. They are an amazing group of ladies that help us every year. And they are the backbone. I mean, without their support.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I know that they're around, and I know they do things. I mean, I know them as dynamic women who could do anything, but I didn't realize how much they were involved in this.
MSO plays a huge role in our community partners, portion, Altman, Annie, Taylor.
Don't mind my lights going out. This is a problem we have, because
it's okay.
it's a motion sensor thing,
It's okay.
and
Yeah. So sometimes you just gotta,
they're gonna
hey,
fix it. But every time I talk about it,
it comes
this
up.
space is in conjunction with Stark County Minority Business Association, which
Yes.
everybody should join.
Yes. Everybody should
And
join it
also, you
together.
should reach out to them and tell them to get my light switch together.
We're gonna start a poll. And
We're
Randy,
gonna
will you sign
we're
my
gonna start a
petition?
petition.
Will you
Can
sign
I?
my
That's why his
petition
lights
for
go
new
out every
lights?
episode. It is ridiculous that happens. So yes, we're gonna get that together. They had a wonderful thing yesterday. Again, shout out to Scumba yesterday. They had a wonderful thing about a
Yes.
woman from the state who was talking about the money for minority businesses.
Wow.
It was like $90 million. And she said, Ohio has so much and is doing so much for minority businesses in such creative ways that New York and bigger states are calling them to say, how do you do
Wow.
this? And how do you facilitate it? And how do you have loans that are not looking at credit scores and still make the money back? And how do you have
Yeah.
loans, micro loans, up to $45,000, and you can get 2 of those in a calendar year? It was amazing.
That's
it was
awesome.
a wonderful, wonderful thing. So you guys make sure, if you're not members of Stark County Minority Business Association, and that anybody can join.
Yep. You should be.
It's
sure.
phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
It's necessary.
Phenomenal what we learned. So back to the vendor fair. I always there's a lot of it's like health, wellness, vendor, showcase. No, it's like every year.
It's
I'm
like
what
one,
all
two.
is it? No,
You're,
I say all of
it
it.
just start when you walk through the door.
Okay.
So you're walking through the door. We've got the health and wellness fair is going to be to your left, right?
Okay.
So we're going towards the McKinley room. We're walking down this hallway.
We're coming in the Civic Center.
We're coming in the Civic Center.
Yep.
And to our left, we've got our wellness fair that's got over 70 organizations that are ready to give you information on any place you can.
70?
Yeah.
Is it always that many? I don't think I realized it's 70.
Yeah, it is. It's over 70. So we love that so many organizations are like, absolutely, I want to get my information out there. I want to get these resources out. And then we also love the fact that we have amazing sponsors as well. So we've got SARTA, Citizens for SARTA, like I said, NAMI, Stark County, My Sister's Oil, Altman, Chick-fil-A, Smoothie King, Vitamin Hut, Sam's Club. It's just, I mean, it's been overwhelming sometimes, the amount of support, but we think that just one person, that's all we think, that just that one person is going to make a difference. And the one person is not just them. It makes a difference for one, but then it also goes further because it goes to everybody that's in their family. Because if you think about it, if you really like something, you're going to go share it, right?
For sure.
You're going to share it. And in a viral age, we all feel like it's easy to share virally, but it's also easy to share in a family dynamic too. You know, it's very easy for, even if it's just one cousin to see the other cousin doing better, and they're like, oh, okay, my other cousin is doing better. I wonder what they did. Now we're going, you know, and that's what matters to us is restoring those generations of families that are moving in better spaces, healthy with their choices, but mentally sound and strong. And then spiritually having something to believe in, putting their hope and their trust and their faith somewhere. Because that means something. That's how we keep going. And that's really what matters for us. So those organizations help us do that. And then you're going to turn the corner and go towards the gym.
Okay.
Shout out to my signs that'll be there.
All right.
They have
Love
arrows.
that. Signs this year.
They're actually Sean's sign.
Oh,
you know, Sean does an amazing job making sure that he's very intricate about the details.
He's very detail oriented.
He is very detail oriented.
Yes.
So there are a lot of things that are his detail.
Are you? I want to break this down. Let me break this couple down here on the live. She's the only one here to tell us. So
oh my goodness. Let me tell the story right.
Let me say what I see, and then you tell me what's true and false. Okay. So I
feel like this is a game.
I know it is a game. True or false? Okay. It's interesting because I see Sean as an organizer because I've seen him do it. But I also see Sean, I'm amazed at Sean's leadership because he's so calm and such a gentle, quieter person that I'm amazed that he's the leader of several things. And he does it.
He's very quiet, but he has great leadership. That is one thing I absolutely love about him. If there is something or some process that needs to be led, he is the kind of person that will get behind it, stand up behind it, and then he does not have a problem setting the expectation. And that's what's good about him. His expectation is there. So once you get to know him in a leadership space, he has an expectation and he sets it. And he does not let you live below that expectation, not in a forceful way, but it's kind of like you're better than wherever you are. And this is the expectation. So let's get there.
I love that.
I think I come in the in between. How do we get there?
No, okay. Now let me figure you out.
That's my part.
Okay, so how you get
Like
there?
I'm
Because
telling my own story.
you also no, 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 you
This is
have
my
to.
truth. No, I'm
Yeah, I
just
know
kidding.
this is my
I'm
truth.
telling my
To
truth.
Oprah, opening it up today. So what I see in you is like you're such a force. You're such a ball of energy, and some of it is caffeine, but it ain't all caffeine. Everybody got coffee.
Right.
We ain't all that energetic, all right? And I'm an energetic guy, and when I see you, I be like, okay, somebody who can we? It's like we about to go jump rope or something. It's like two energy people, right? And I'm like, this, you're. I see you as someone who has a lot of organization skills. Now you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe understanding your career and how you balance your family, your career, your foundation. Like I'm always like, man, and I've always known you like as a sports mom, right?
Yeah.
We've always
Yeah.
been at sports together, and you're like, or kids and this and that on the phone for the next thing that's coming up and all that. So
Yeah.
you seem like you have that too. But go ahead, you're saying you're more the in between.
Yeah.
He sets the high
He sets
level
that
plan, and then
expectation and I look at his expectation. I think that's where we kind of make each other better.
uh-huh.
Sometimes I'll let him know where your expectation is. Is your line too hard? I just ask challenging questions,
Yeah,
not because I don't believe in what he's doing,
right,
but I ask them to jog him so that
right,
if I'm looking and I'm saying, "Hey, maybe your line here is where it's set and I understand that, but let's look at that expectation. Where does it come from?" So
right,
where do we set this expectation from? Because that makes a
right.
big difference in our lives as people, how we
Hmm.
set our expectations and where they come from.
Right.
Sometimes they're not, sometimes they're unspoken. So they come from places that we didn't even take a step back to look at.
Mm.
But when it comes to business type things, his expectation is excellence. And I agree. We agree on that. And I
Yeah.
think that's the biggest part. We agree that the expectation should be excellence. Now, how we get there is where I'm like, step one, step two, step three, because of the organization in my mind, it's
Okay.
more time oriented.
Yes.
So to get those goals accomplished, to get things accomplished, you have to think in a way. We call them smart goals in business. Of course,
Yes.
everybody knows
Yes.
smart goals now,
Yeah.
you know, but you have to think that way.
Hmm.
And you can't just let that be a business principle that only works when you're at work.
Right.
And if you learn how to work it in your personal life, you'll see that same standard of excellence.
Success.
And you'll
Yeah.
see
And
the
that's a,
same
yeah, that's
success.
a great
And
point.
you wonder why, like you talked about, I think in the live with Miss Krista, why successful people are the way they are because they're
Yes.
willing to do the work that unsuccessful
People.
people won't do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And inside of things like this, even in partnership, even in marriage,
Mhm.
to be successful, you have to be willing to do what unsuccessful people won't do. Some
Yes.
people will be willing to look and say, "I don't like your expectation line. You need to move it because I ain't budging."
Right.
We
Right. Right.
we all have those hard boundary lines, and we do have to honor our boundaries. But at the
Yes.
same time, we do have to recognize when agreement comes together,
Yeah.
there's nothing that can't happen.
I love that.
And that's what it is for us. It's just agreement. We agree. We agree that this is the expectation for excellence. The team that is around us, those ladies on our wellness fair side, but even our team of operations
Yeah.
on our fitness side, they also have the same type of thought process. If we're going to do something, let's make it excellent.
Yeah.
And it's that alone speaks volumes.
Yes.
That we can't even take all the credit to say, oh, we just do this and we're working around. Yeah, the first couple of years we did. And then we started to realize we have some amazing people around us
Yeah.
that have great skills, great tech, great implementation. And where we may not see, they see for us.
That's amazing.
So on our wellness fair side, making it more inclusive to everybody. So all people feel welcome and
What does that look like? What did you do
so
to do
what
that?
we did was we just made sure that like we thought of each person. So
Mm.
we're thinking, okay, what if someone needs, let's just say, we're going to use dentistry, right? So
Mhm.
let's just say someone needs dentistry. So we see, okay, let's get a
Did you
dental
hear that
office.
recently? I had a whole dental situation.
I did
I thought
not.
I was gonna
You thought you were going to die?
I thought
Oh
I
my
was
God. Did you
having
have
a
an
whole
abscess?
baby.
Oh,
Yes, my
spare
jaw
me.
was all swollen. I had
Oh,
24 to 48 hours of
oh
unbearable pain.
man.
I was in
And I'm sure
labor.
Kareem was like,
She was looking at me like I told you to get that taken care of sooner.
oh, see,
That's what she was like.
see, you
Now
should have agreed with
you
her in
can't
the
get the
sooner
help.
at the beginning in the sooner part. That's okay though.
She was not happy with me. I mean, she was very loving and challenging. She was loving, but then she kept I'd look over when I'd wake up and come back to consciousness, and she would be looking down and be like, "I can't believe you let yourself get into this mess.
Like, no, you know
You
better.
know better. You weren't listening." So
Do
yes,
better.
yes. So that was so dentistry.
But
I mean, that
yeah,
that
so
is a
even if we
thing
look
that
at that pinpoint, right? So
yes,
Sean and I, our scope of what we view that as may be limited. So we've
yeah,
got folks like Molly and my sister Zoil and even Annie
yeah.
that bring a little bit of a different light. They
Mhm.
bring different views to that. And that's how we stay inclusive,
Right.
because we're including all the thoughts at the table.
Love that.
You know, we're including them. We're not just thinking with just our minds. It's not one tunnel. And even on our fitness side for the master experience itself, that operations group that we've developed now has grown a little bit. You know, it started with both of my sisters just being like, hey, let me help you because we're going to get this done.
Right.
And I'm like, cool.
Thank
Great.
you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so
You know, and they're both phenomenal at that. And now that we've added more layers to that with some of the folks who are extreme coaches that are able to say, you know, this is a different perspective to look at when you're doing larger events or when you're having everyone in town. These are different things. So when you formulate different teams of people that agree with the expectation of excellence, it's very easy to follow. And I think that's why his leadership is sometimes easy to follow.
That's
okay.
Yes,
It's okay. Next question.
You guys, I got the pleasure of you guys coming here to shoot your promo videos.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Everybody loves our videos too. So shout out to Lucas.
Let's
Everybody
go.
who always wonders where am I recording those videos? I'm here with my brother.
Wherever we're at.
Wherever we're at, we're recording them. Yeah. Yeah.
It's so fun. It's so funny. Those are so good. And you and Sean has ideas, and you got ideas, and you're making it work. I love the partnership. I think that's a beautiful thing about the Strong Family Wellness brand. There's a lot of health and wellness brands that are built around an individual or an idea or, you know, someone that was lost or an ailment, you know, like breast cancer, and those are wonderful.
Yeah.
But family wellness, as we wrap this segment up here with you today, talk to us a little bit about your idea behind why family wellness is so important to you.
Absolutely. I'm not even going to get all like sappy and emotional. I'm going to hold it back. Family wellness is important to us because we have a family. You know, we have a family, we have kids. And when our family started growing very rapidly and quickly, like one turned into two. Okay. And I was like, ooh, that's multiplication. It's not adding
twins in there.
That's not adding anymore. No. When we thought about that, what do we want to leave for our kids? We both come from big families. And when we looked at our big families, we looked at how it kept going. This year, and I have my lovely mother with me today. Dr. Daniels is she's in the studio with me. So I'll let her correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we are at the 58th or the 59th family reunion? 58th. Our family has been having a family reunion for 58 years. So when we look at family health, that's what I think of. Yeah. I think about my great aunts in Cleveland who sometimes like will check in and just say, y'all all right? You know, and thinking all the generations that they've lived through and how like, it's amazing that they're my grandfather's sisters. Wow. And they're like, how are your kids? And I'm like, you remember that I got
kids even though, right?
Yeah, they're growing, you know? But to think about that, and even all my aunts and uncles, and Sean comes from his family's, he got us on the aunts and uncles part. Right? I got the great aunts and uncles. I got to strengthen the great aunts and uncles. But he really has like 16 aunts and uncles. Like he really has that. Yeah, his grandma. Wow. Yeah. Okay,
she had a kid or two.
Okay. Kids. But when we think about family health, that's why. Yeah. What's going to be after we're not here? And what patterns did we leave them with? And we're more conscious now of the patterns that we're leaving them with physically, but also mentally and spiritually. You know, sometimes in generations, one of those things gets lost. Yeah. We want to see them all face forward in the generations that come after us. So especially like our kids, you know, what patterns are we teaching them? Yeah. Mentally, physically, and spiritually. What are we setting the precedents? So that's why family health.
I love it. Shaheedrah, thank you so much. Thank you for
I always love being here with you.
So thank you for being here in studio with me. I reached out to you sort of last second there. I mean, you normally come this week, you know, at some point.
At some point.
I wasn't, and I just kicked off Lucas Live again, season 6. I didn't have it all figured out. I'm still 6. Working our way through it, and it's getting better and better. It's been so fun this week.
It's awesome.
And you agreed to come, and today was a perfect day with everything kicking off and going on.
Absolutely.
One last shout out for what should people come to? There's things, but then there's some things that people can come to and still get into. Yeah. Right now, for anybody who's like, I want to have some touch point to this, where should they go?
Yeah, I want to check it out. Absolutely. So they should definitely check out tomorrow, Saturday. The wellness fair begins at 10 a.m. ends at 1 p.m. Come check out the wellness fair. Come check out some of those live fitness demos. Stick around for a little bit if you want to stay after one. Sit up in the stands at the Civic
I
Center.
didn't know that was an
Yeah, take a
option.
little
You
peek.
saying that
Yes,
really
you can.
sparked something in me because it was Justin Frazier at CSC. We saw him. He said, I want to get it. I said, it's too late. You can't get it. But
Yeah.
he could come and they could at least see it
Yeah,
and then decide, hey, next year I'm going to be first in line.
Absolutely, absolutely. We do ask that anybody that's spectating, though, just not on the gym floor, so just in the stands. But
There's
other
plenty
than
room
that,
there.
oh yeah, there's plenty of space. Plenty of space to come and sit. I mean, you pick one.
That would be amazing. Imagine
Yeah.
if you sold it out and filled the stands. You're like, what is this? What is happening?
I'd be like,
right?
you guys,
we could do
they came to
giveaways.
watch
You
you.
can like shoot stuff off into the crowd. I'll be in charge of that.
Right.
We'll work that out. next year.
Yeah, we'll
I'll
put
have
you on the
an
team.
audience.
Thank
Okay,
you.
Right.
Yes.
Make that happen. Yes.
No, but you can. That's the best way to do it. That's the best touch point tomorrow is. And then we also have a karaoke and kind of like hangout event Saturday evening. There are, you can still get into that at the door. That's at special occasions tomorrow evening. But tomorrow would be the best day. It's the best day to see the best of both worlds. It's the best time to come in, grab those resources that you need, and then take a look at what happens when you put resources in motion. Because that's really all we are once we put our physical bodies in motion. We're just the resources that we've been putting into it in motion.
Resources in motion. Thank you so much.
I might tag that for next year, so don't nobody take that from me. Okay,
don't take that.
I'll take that. I said it first here.
Like, my new theme is, I came up with it myself.
In motion.
Resources in motion at wellness fair.
That's all right. I'm gonna give it to Ralph. Ralph, he got that. He's awesome. Thank you, and thank you to Sarda as well. So for anybody that may be watching, they are sponsoring us this year, and a part of our sponsorship is them providing free rides to the wellness fair. Awesome. So as long as you can either pull it up on your phone or you can have an actual physical flyer. As long as you show that, you'll be able to hop on any of the buses that run to the Civic Center, and you'll be able to get there.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's awesome. Shout out to Sarda. Thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Love our friends over at Sarda. Love our friends at NAMI, my sisters Oil, everybody. Shout out to all of you. Amanda Pegnuco's in the comments. Hello. Well, everybody, we thank you guys so much for being here. Sherelle Currents is here.
She is one of our instructors for today. So y'all make sure y'all can get on the replay of all the lives that we have, and y'all can check her out. She is on the mic today. I can't wait. She is all the way from North Carolina gracing us. So if you see her, get out there, give her a hug. She is phenomenal. You'll love her.
Love it.
Yeah,
Thank
awesome.
you so much, Shaheedrah.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to transition. We're going to have another guest here in studio. I'm going to turn that mic down. If the Strong family, if you guys want to head out, you guys are welcome to do so. Or you're welcome to hang out. I know they have a busy day. I'm so grateful they were able to stop by and come see us here live in studio. I'm going to welcome over Mr. Rob Thompson, aka Saxy Rob, is going to join us over here. If you guys haven't heard me playing my new theme song, I need you guys to check this out. You know what I mean? Bye. Love you all. See you guys. This is us live happening. I think Rob's going to join me over here. He's over there working. He's always working. I had to fuss at him this morning because I'm worried about him not sleeping enough. Okay. And we had the health symposium, which was a part of Strong Family Wellness Weekend yesterday. I had the wonderful opportunity to be the moderator. And one of the things they talked about was sleep. And they said of almost anything, of all the health things, he just walked right in front of my camera. It's okay. Of all the health things, he didn't know. He had to go around. Of all the health things, they said the worst thing is not sleeping. So I don't know, but Rob's a very busy guy and he doesn't always get enough sleep, but he's family to me, and not only family, he's a very great friend of mine. And so get on your friends, make sure they are taking care of themselves. All right. So welcoming to the show. We have two guests today. We're going to start having two guests a lot of our shows. We will be back Monday for a show, I believe. We have Monday. And then next week, it'll be Monday, Thursday, Friday, I believe. And then after that, we're probably going to go Monday, Wednesday, Friday with Lucas Live. So make sure you guys set your alarms. Plan to be here 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Shout out to all of you. Some of you I see here, my good friends at Chasing Hope House. I got to get you guys here in the studio. Shout out to you all. Molly, Nami. I got to get Nami here in the studio. Some of all of you. So thank you guys so much. Thank you guys who are watching. Thank you guys who are engaged. Stay tuned. Sierra Smith, what's up? She said, come on, fam. You related? I didn't know this is family. This is my family. It's your family. So wait, family twice removed. What's going on? All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, my friend, Mr. Saxy Rob. What's going on, my man?
How are you, young man?
I'm doing great. That's exactly what he says to me every time we talk. I think I'm like 2 years younger than him, maybe. And every time he says, "How are you, young man?" It is very fatherly. It is it's like an elder in the family. "How are you, young man?" And I could be calling to check on him, and he's going to check on me first. He's going to make sure that I'm good. And "How are you, young man? Have you been sleeping? Like, have you been sleeping?" You can't be pushing me to sleep, and I'm not even sure that you've been sleeping. What are we talking about here? So, Rob, Saxy Rob is how they know you. How are you today?
I'm outstanding.
I love that. I love that.
Outstanding. I've been up since about I think I woke up about 2:30.
2:30 a.m. Okay, all right. Sierra said almost all of Kent is her family. She said almost everybody. She's one of those. I know people who are like, that's my cousin. That's whatever people are like that. I'm like, everybody ain't your cousin. Like, okay, maybe they are. All right, maybe they are on one side or the other. It works out. It works out. Good morning, Aunt Gloria. Well, hello. You're normally one of our first guests here. It's okay though. You're no judgment. I appreciate you being here as always. So, Rob, let's talk a little bit. You and I, first of all, I want us to ground things. And I don't know people know this about you. And we talked about this with Shaheedrah just a moment ago. A little bit about the fact that your faith is such a grounding thing for you. Um, you're like such a wise person. You remind me of my dad. Like my dad is so wise. And I mean, your dad too. I mean, your mom too. I mean, you have a wonderful family. I just want to start off with something that maybe everybody doesn't know about you. Talk to us a little bit about how you view your life through your faith. Because the more I'm around you, the more I realize every move you make is grounded in your faith as the lens in which you see life through. Now you live life, you're a normal person, you love people, you love music, you're a fun guy, and yet at the end of the day, your lens is a biblical worldview. Talk to me about that a little bit.
It's pretty simple. I mean, I was introduced to God very early on, about 7 years old, and from there, He's given me everything that I mean, everything that I've wanted, everything that I've desired.
Wow.
It's all come from Him. So, all of the ambitions that I have, all of the ideas that I have, all of that has come from a spiritual connection with God.
Mm-hmm.
So He's opened up my mind. Even my intelligence. I can't take credit for any of that stuff because everybody started out the same.
Yeah. That's fascinating. That's
Literally,
right?
legitimately, we all were born the same way with the same resources. Similar resources.
Sure.
Of course, our environments were different and all of this and that, but we all came from the same source.
Yeah.
And God just instilled all of these things into me, and I've been open.
Yeah.
I've been open to receive what He has had for me. And I think because I have been open, He just keeps giving me more. He just keeps expanding on the things that He already started to give me way back when I was at single digits.
That's amazing. One of the things that I think is fascinating is you're a self-taught musician. Am I mistaken in saying that you taught yourself? It's so funny because the only thing I can liken it to, which is much less, you told me this, like it was almost like you locked yourself in or something. You got to tell this story, but I wanted to learn how to juggle. That was all. My ambition wasn't quite, it wasn't like I got to change the way I'm gonna do. I'll be a musician or anything. It was like I just want to be able to juggle. So I locked myself in my room, and I was like, I'm not coming out till I can juggle. And I started and I had these Cleveland Indians baseballs, 1997 World Series, something silly, little memorabilia. And I stayed in my room, standing over my bed until I learned how to juggle. And I did. And I was proud. And then one day I was talking to you, and you were like, I taught myself how to play the saxophone. I was like, what? my juggling ain't all that impressive, man. So I was like, man, I gotta raise the bar a little bit. So talk to me a little bit, tell the people in case they don't know. Like, why did you get into it? Share what you will, and then how did you learn?
Okay, technically I learned in band, but I really didn't. I didn't take it seriously. I was in band for Easy A. Basically, it was just pad my GPA.
Yeah.
But what I taught myself was learning how to play by ear.
Wow.
And that came after after divorce, and it just became where music became my therapy. I couldn't get away. Every single day I was doing all of the things that came from being a father and having 3 young children. So, I was doing all of the runs and everything. So I couldn't break free. Divorce is already devastating. So I was in this rebuilding stage and still trying to be a good quality father. So, vacation is important.
Yeah. Rest is important. Yes.
Vacation is vitally important to your well-being and in your welfare. And I didn't have an opportunity to do that. So I've just picked up my saxophone every single day for at least a half an hour.
Yeah.
And I turn the radio on and I would just butcher good music for anywhere from 30 minutes up to 4, 5, 6 hours at a time. And I do mean butcher. And my dad can attest to that.
He's a musician. So he could hear you. He's like, what is happening?
I was living with my dad, rebuilding, like I said, and I put him through some torturous times.
He's like, son, like, what are you doing? What are you doing up there?
He's like, yeah, I heard you in there. And he's like, little grimace you see.
Dad be a dad, like, it's not great. It wasn't great. It wasn't great, right? But how long did it take before you were like, because how do you go from that to someone who is a known performer? How long did it take for that transition to happen?
It's still happening. What do you mean?
That's still live. It's happening live. It's like I'm season 6, and I'm still like, how do I push this button? Where is this thing? Where's my camera? We're still learning. We're still all learning.
One thing you will learn about me is I am a lifelong student. I will learn each and every second of every single day, every hour. I don't care give me something to learn. I'll eat it. I'll chew it up because that's just what I can't get enough of learning. So yeah, I am still learning how to be a musician, still learning how to be a professional,
professional musician.
And I'll continue to learn. I mean, I don't think that I'll ever reach a plateau or reach the culmination of, oh, I made it.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'll continue to learn. There's so many things, so many various aspects of the music field. And it's like, it's going to always be something.
I love that. Right now, there's more to Saxy Rob than just the saxophone and playing that. So talk to us a little bit about some things that you're interested in right now. I know one of the things you and I talk a lot about is AI and community. You're often talking about impacting this community in greater ways. What are some other things outside of that? People know you as Saxy Rob, but may not know you have a plethora of things that you're interested in.
Oh, okay. So ask me the question again.
So outside of being Saxy Rob, if people only know you as Saxy Rob, they only know a small portion of who you are, right?
Right.
To know more of you would be to know that you are interested in what else, and what else do you spend your time in?
Oh, my biggest aspect, largest aspect, and has been for so many years, 24 years actually, it's been a father.
Yeah.
I'm a father for first and foremost. Out of anything, that's one of my highest priorities.
Yeah.
So if you have never seen me with my children just being out and about, they light up my world. So God utilized them to lead and guide me a lot in this lifetime.
I love that.
I mean, even to the point where, my ex-wife, whenever we were married, she came to me and she said, I believe that God is saying I need to come off of birth control. and we had already made a decision, like, we were going to go for a year and just get to know each other and enjoy the ins and outs of being married. And she said that, and I prayed about it. And it came to the conclusion, was like, well, if God is saying now is the time, then we can't withhold our child from being available for whoever he or she needs to be available for at the given time that it comes to pass. So
yes.
Turns out it was me.
Okay.
I needed my son available to raise me up, to mature me, to grow me up, and put me on a path and a plan that God would be able to utilize me.
It's incredible. I mean, I think a lot of men don't necessarily share that way. A lot of times women say that. I needed my child. My child saved my life. My child was everything. As men, we don't often talk like that. And I think it's great to have friends like you because we can have those conversations. Another great friend of ours, Steve Beatty, was just in town. I think he's heading out, hopefully heading back
Oh yeah,
safely.
he's on the plane. Well, he's probably he's close to home now.
Okay, you guys,
Yeah.
you guys stopped by the studio yesterday. That was awesome, and but we all three can talk to each other like that. And I know you guys, Stu Light, and you guys have a group. Talk to me about the importance of men having other men in their lives that they can have deep, true, honest, sincere, and vulnerable conversations with.
Oh, it's huge, and Steve and I, we sit down and we talk a lot about that.
Yeah.
The various aspects of having that relationship opportunity because a lot of men don't have that,
Mm-hmm.
and it's beneficial to our daily, just our daily mental.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to not be alone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because a lot of being a man is out here, we're lone warriors out
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
like I got my chest out, got my chest, like
Yeah.
my S is on my chest. I got this.
Yeah.
I'm going to protect, I'm going to provide, I'm going to do all of these things. And, be able to take that off for a second, just to have a conversation that does not require protection or provision.
Priceless. It's priceless, man.
It's like, we don't get that opportunity a lot. So, to have a friend that we can just set it on the shelf just for a little bit of time, just to talk about just life, just like, hey, look, man, this is where I'm at mentally. You're like, what's going on with you? How are you?
Yeah.
Are you okay? Are you dying from a toothache? Like,
Right. No, man, that was me. It was like you were. This is good. This is bringing it back for those of you who missed the first hour. Shout out to Shaheedrah Strong from Strong Family Wellness was on the show, and I mentioned that I had this horrible toothache, and one person who was checking on me was Rob. How you doing, man? What's going on? How you feeling? And I mean, just constantly, and I'm like, man, I think I'm all right. I don't know. I'm going through it, but that matters. We joked about my wife. And it's like there is something about a man, and I can be vulnerable with my wife and tell her, and she looked out for me and took care of me. But to have other men that you can really talk to and be honest and vulnerable. I don't know that women know how rare that is for us, and I don't know that women know how much we don't tell them
yeah.
when we're going through it. We're just like my tooth. I had the issue with my tooth for months. I was just dealing with it. My daughter had some issues with her teeth. We spent so much money getting that taken care of. She was starting to deal with a leg issue. We had to get X-rays and we had to pay for all this stuff. I'm like, nah, I'm not going to be a burden to the budget or to anything.
Right.
We'll take care of her. I'll be okay.
Of course.
Until I was in agonizing pain and was losing my mind. Yeah, I was losing my mind. But
Let's say, is that my mom on there?
That's your mom there. That's your mom there jumping in here. He's teaching me and I'm mom. How powerful is that? How powerful is that? So I love that. Talk to me about your relationship with your mom. Your mom is somebody, and I know both your parents are, that is just extremely impactful and important to you. You guys, your mom and your dad performed with you last year in a performance that you put together, which I thought was so impactful. My mom was so important to me, just as I think another step to go behind the veil of Saxy Rob, they know you as. Talk to me about the relationship and the importance of your mom in your life.
Well, my mom was vitally important in my connection and relationship with God. I mean, if without my mom, I wouldn't have the connection to the church. So she brought me up and raised me up in the church. So whenever I had my first encounter with God at 7 years old, it was solely because I was there with my mom.
Wow.
And so yeah, my mom's she's my sweetheart. She's my number one.
I love that. I love that. You have her over often. You guys have Sunday dinners and things like that. Things that people don't often do anymore.
She's my heart. She's my heart, and I love her dearly. And my dad too, you know.
Yeah.
My dad's super hardcore, but
Is he? I was talking about that. It's so funny. Why do we have this? This is funny. I don't know if y'all young black men. It's like my mom, we're so soft, and then our dad, we love our dads dearly. We do, both of us do. But we're like, that's my dad. Yeah, my dad. We're cool. Like with my dad, you know.
Well, yeah, no. Me and my dad, we get an opportunity to go out and golf and enjoy ourselves in that way physically. So, but yeah, I mean, for what I was touching on as far as the earlier part with the protection and the provision, like, I mean, how often can you even say, like, do you get an opportunity to take off that protection, that provider role? Like, I mean, even when you're not even dealing with your own family, you're still like, as a community member, you're like, you're looking at people that you're passing by. Like, can I offer some level of protection?
Yes.
I mean, we had a situation where me and my children were walking into a restaurant and an older lady fell. And me and my boys, we went over and helped her up. It's like, but these are things like we could have just left that woman we couldn't just leave her on the floor or on the ground.
Right.
But that's another level of providing.
Absolutely.
It's like, I'm always paying attention and looking around for opportunities and ways to provide or protect.
Yes.
And being in conversation with you, with Steve, then I don't have to protect you.
Right.
Like, I don't have to provide anything for you. So whenever I like, we come into these conversations and these connections, it's like,
yeah, that's fair. That's good. That's good. That's good. It's like,
man, you mean to tell me I can take a breath for just a second?
Just a second.
Even that second is okay because I'm ready to pick it back up because it's not a burden.
Right. It's who you are.
It's who I am. It's who you are.
Yes.
It's just sometimes it's okay to take it off.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. And I do love that about you. And you even as a friend, you think about the provision of your friends, you think about their well-being, you're very, very conscious, very aware. Steve, same way. And I think it's rare and wonderful to have men in your life. I have a handful of guys maybe who, I can talk to, and I think sometimes I take it for granted. And I think there's still some times where we probably still don't say the things we need to say because we are also people who are looking out for each other. So at times we don't let ourselves be the vulnerable one enough to say, no, today I just need to, it's just, I got to tell you, I'm dealing with whatever.
Right.
Because like, you good? I'm good. We're always medium good. Like, I'm always at least medium good. We never just be like, no, I'm terrible. Glad you called. But I know that exists, right? I know it's there. And I think we need to cash in on that more so, and more often. For people out there who do know you again through your music, talk to me a little bit. I love music, and I don't know. It's something I think I've mentioned to you more and more. I've been a fan of yours for so long, and just enjoying what you can do. And the fact that you can play like any song blows me away. Like, because I'd be throwing out some songs. You were going live a lot, and I was in there like making up stuff. Like, that ain't even a song. You was like, I'm gonna figure this one out. I was like, that's not even a song. I lied. I made that up. But when music, what do you love in music? What kind of music do you like? What kind of genres? What artists do you like for people who know you and see you playing everybody's greatest hits and requests? What music do you really love?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I can see that.
You did. I saw you move.
Yep. I saw the other room go.
What do I love? I'm wide open. I'm actually just a music lover.
Yeah.
So, there is no real genre that locks me in. I mean, it just depends on the mood. I mean, I'm a huge gospel fan.
Yeah.
Which means that I'm also a huge blues fan.
Okay.
Because blues and gospel are basically the same thing.
Right.
However, I mean, throw some R&B on, throw some jazz on, throw some classical on. I mean, there's, don't get me wrong. I'll find my way. I'll find my niche in any and every genre of music.
Yes.
So I don't know. That's why I'm able to sit down and go to a reception and play and pick up songs that I've never heard before.
Wow.
Because it's like, oh, this is okay. All right, I like this. Okay. And then just jump right in. So
That's amazing. That is incredible. That is incredible. Now, how far out are you booked? Can people book you or anything? You're like, what's that like? I mean,
yes, people can book me, saxyrob.com.
okay.
And I am only booking out a year in advance.
Only a year.
Only a year, but I have requests. I've gotten requests all the way out to 28.
Wow.
At this point.
And that's been like that for some years now.
It's been like that. I think I've been solidly set on 1 year advance booking for probably, I don't know, 7 years.
Wow.
Maybe 8.
That is incredible. I
Maybe
didn't
8.
realize that. That is absolutely incredible, and congratulations on that. Talk to us as we wrap up here today about what we can expect from you, Saxy Rob. I know you're working on a new website. I don't know if that's live yet, but what can people expect, or kind of give us a little teaser about the future of Saxy Rob and the Saxy Rob experience? What do you got coming?
Oh well, if you've been to any of my recent shows or just know me personally, you know that I've been building a world tour.
Yeah.
And people are like, well, when is it going to start? When is it going to start? And I had to kind of put that on the back burner as far as a starting time, a starting date, because I've been building a lot of systems
Right.
in the background that will flow money into my bank accounts automatically.
I love that. Everybody's like, sign me up for that.
So I've been building systems utilizing AI in the background that will provide a level of sustainability to my actual music career, to where I can go and can come and go as I please and I choose, and play in other parts of the world and not be so hung up on how much I need to make.
Yeah.
And that barrier right there has to be breached, because if I have this set amount that I need to make, then it's going to keep me blocked out of a lot of markets. So if I've got something over here that's just sustaining me on a regular basis, then I can come and go and like, hey, look, I'm coming in, I'm doing a free show in your city, and then we can plan some type of ticketed event in the future. But yes, my website is live. My store, my online store is live. My ticket site is live, all on saxyrob.com.
Saxyrob.com, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you guys check that out right away. Don't delay. Go to saxyrob.com. Get your merchandise. Check out the ticket sales. Make sure we're following up on the events that he has going on. Rob, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for inspiring me. I'm working on some things, and many of which are just from our day-to-day conversations. Things you've inspired me to do, things I didn't even know I could do. But when you have a friend that's an engineer at heart, I can't get that out of my mind now. Now I make it connected the dot for me. Like, how does he obsess over building things? Like, this is not Legos. These are complicated things. And this guy will stay up all night. And he's like, you're like, I'm kind of an engineer at heart. I'm like, oh. Because I never thought of myself that way. And I don't know that I am, but I am a solutionist, right? I'm a person who wants to find solutions. And when you find new tools, AI or whatever it is, you jump in, dive in, and you learn at a level that most people won't. And one thing we've been talking about this week is successful people do things that unsuccessful people are not willing to do. And I know you're going to be successful, and I wish you all the success in the world.
And that one of those things is a lot of sleep. Unsuccessful people love a lot
of sleep. All right. We're not sleeping anymore, says Rob. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our last day resting. You guys enjoy your weekend. Thank you guys for being here with us all week on Lucas Live Season 6, Week 1, wrapped up, kicked off. We had Krista Allison, who kicked off the week with us. Then we had Pastor Arrington, Dr. Arrington was with us on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, we had my good friend Mike Sturdivant. Then yesterday, we had your host, Danny, was in the building with us. And today, we had Shaheedrah Strong and Saxy Rob. What a packed week. What a lot of fun. I'm so grateful for all of you who've been supporting us and watching us through the 6 seasons, through all the different shows we have, through all the content we're putting out. Keep showing up for us, and we'll keep showing up for you guys. I'll see you guys next week. Everybody, have a great day.